Hyvää iltaa teille kaikille ja tervetuloa takaisin Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havocin pariin. Jatketaan tätä meidän ikuista seikkailuamme, tai no tää ei ole ikuinen seikkailu, tämä on vastikkaan alkanut seikkailu ja vasta kuukauden kestänyt, ei tätä nyt voi ihan ikuisuudeksikaan kutsua. Viimeksi me päästiin murhaamisen makuun, joku on murhannut Maisonon, ja sitten Junko tapettiin, koska astui Rexin päälle. Ja nytten me ollaan viime striimi kerätty sitten todistusaineistoa, ja nyt meidän pitäisi näyttää niitä todisteita sitten tuolla oikeudenkäynnissä, eli Class Trialissa, joka meidän on nyt määrä sitten käydä tässä ensimmäisen 1,5 tunnin aikana toivottavasti läpi. Toivottavasti sinne menee hirveän kauan aikaa. Mua vähän jännittää, että miten tää eka visiitti tulee menemään. Säkilsson! Tervetuloa striimiin! Mitäs Kanarian lämpöön kuuluu? Mitä on sake-seikkailut Kanarialla tänään? Kai olet uinut, kun kerran 24 astetta on lämmintä isänsä kanssa. Mennään Trial preppiin, sinne me dallennettiin, koska nyt meidän pitää tehdä jotain setuppeja tuolla. Continue chat. Mä toivon, että tää jatkuu siitä kohdasta, mihin mä jäin, eli juurikin tähän. Tähän ruutuun me jäätiin kauan sitten. Lokakuun puolella. En muista kuinka kauan edellisestä sessiosta aikaa, mutta on siinä aikaa vierähtänyt. Jos ihan väärin muistan, niin mä olin vähän toipilaana vielä silloin, niin sitten siitä on kulunut varmaan pari viikkoa viimeisimmästä istunnosta. Mitäs täältä nyt löytyy? Open e-handbook. Mitäs täältä irtoaa? Vähän pätkäsee nyt tämä peli. Tää lagi varmaan kuuluu pelin asiaan. Joo, kuuluu. Ei mitään hätää. Nauttinut auringosta, kun iskä lähti porukoiden kanssa golfaan. Noniin. Golfailu. Ei oo golfi sakelaji vai? Mä en oo ittekään hirveästi silleen golfista piittaahan se ollut ihan kivaa käydä mailaa heiluttamassa. Minigolfi on hauskaa, mutta ihan perusgolfi, niin ei se ei ihan silleen. Hohtogolfi ja minigolfi on ihan kivoja. Semmosella kaveriporukalla ihan pelata, että en ihan faijaani vastaan rupeessa. Kuitenkin tulee hirveä coachingit ja isäpuoli on harrastanut golfia aikoinaan, niin golfi on tuttua. Urheilu itse asiassa ei oo mun understandable. Mutta e-urheilu sitä ja korttiurheilu on hyvä laji. Siinä me ollaan varmasti molemmat samaa mieltä. Mitäs nää root bulletit nyt oli? Review evidence and witness accounts you've made a record of. Totuuspulletteja. Onko tää nyt se, että mä saan muuttaa näitä bulleteiksi, jos mä haluan? Vai kuinka? Kuro, welcome to the stream! How you doing, Kuro? I saw you today at Focus stream, where Focus was doing the emotes. No ne on poikkeus, yeah. Korttiurheilu on hyvää urheilua. Hi, yes. They were some good emotes. I was pretty happy about the Angie emote that Fugis made after Luffy's face from One Piece. I'm fine, some hours until I go home. Okay. So did you have a work day or were you visiting someplace? What I've done today, I've been asking Sagelson what he has done today since he's in Canary Islands. Taking a small holiday because of his father's birthday. Was it? Yes. Today I've been on a fair. I went to buy some nice chips. Some very special kinds of artisan chips and what else? I've also made some food and I've also done some adult stuff, like what kind of adult stuff have I done related to association work, let's just say that, like club activity. We have a club meeting tomorrow and I needed to do the I needed to do some paperwork for the said meeting, so yeah. I'm impressed about how quick she makes new emails. Yes, I agree. Focus is quite fast. I mean, she really did the pointing emote. She really did that like real quick. Like I was wow. But then again, I was gone at the stream for a while because I was making food. Adult responsibilities. Yes, adult responsibilities. Why can't I do goddamn anything? Why can't I enjoy the weekend? But yeah, I have enjoyed the weekend as well, and hopefully you all have done the same. Like yesterday, we made some progress in Dark Souls, and I was really happy about it because last time we were so stuck. Did I heard something about birthday? Oh, it was actually Sagelson in the chat. He's on the Canary Islands because he went there to celebrate his father's 60 years of birthday. They went to the Canary Islands. Yeah, it was about Sagelson's father. But yeah, my birthday was months ago. It was like... Oh, I get it, yes. I mean, my birthday is tomorrow is the 19th of November, so exactly 3 months ago was my birthday. Tomorrow I can say it was 3 months. It's been 3 months since my day of birth, so yeah. Well, I have a little story. Well, a story. Presents. I'm sad that there are no presents here. Tomorrow is my... Is that so, Kuro? Well... I'll say this in advance. Happy birthday then. I hope you're gonna be having a fantastic birthday coming up. Also, let me do the singing because I've sang a birthday song for the people, so let me do this. Okay, real quick. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kuro. Happy birthday to you. Ah, how nice of you. Well, always gonna give one if somebody has a birthday. I love to sing. I've actually sang a birthday song for my best friend's wife on stream. I've done that once. So yeah, that wasn't the first time. That's why I asked about hearing a birthday. But yeah, I really hope that you have a good time tomorrow. Do you have any plans for tomorrow on your birthday? What about the regulations? Well, I think you already know I log in some stream because I'm trying to learn Finnish. Okay, so how has the Finnish gone? How long have you been studying Finnish? And that's really cool that you have started to learn Finnish because it is one of the hardest languages ever. So kudos to you, Kuro. I mainly follow Fugis and a guy, and now you. Okay. I'm glad that I'm one of those to follow. But yeah, I mostly stream in Finnish if there are loads of Finnish people in the chat, and I've really done every content making in my mother language, but in streaming I'm trying to bring the English into the scene because I know there are a lot of people who are into VTubers that are not from Finland, so yeah, I just want to offer them a chance to enjoy the stuff that's happening here. And it's always okay to use the language you prefer, either Finnish or English in the chat. I'll give the response in the corresponding language. And the Finns can use Finnish in the chat or English. It's just however they feel like. But am I supposed to convert these evidences into the bullets, or are these the bullets? I think these are the bullets, okay. What about the system? This will record all statements and events as they unfold to prevent any tampering in each case. Okay, so... About the story, on the other guy's stream, I heard the word birthday and November in Finnish and talked about that, and we realized that we shared the same birthday. That is tomorrow. That's so cool, honestly. That is so cool, honestly. Like, sharing the marraskuu and birthday, syntymäpäivä together. That's so cool, honestly. That is so cool. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. Let me hydrate real quick, because I've been very thirsty after eating some tortillas, so yeah.
Nyt me saamme vettä.
But out of curiosity, Kuro, where are you from? That's what I'd like to know. I'm always interested where people originate from. That's why I asked when I heard birthday. I would have been too much of a coincidence. Oh, Chile! That's so cool. South America, nice. I have a Chilean viewer. That's so cool. That is so cool. All the way from South America. Kudos, kudos. I don't think there's anything else that I need to do at this point. I guess I can set the skills if I have one. Do I even have skills? I don't think I have. Melodious voice increases damage to the opponent even when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet battle. Bullet time battle? What? What is this? Increases bullet capacity, effective during the bullet time. What is a bullet time battle? I have no idea. I have no clue. But yeah. Those are the only skills that we got. So yeah, we are now fully equipped. Finish preparations. Let's go. Let's do this trial. All rise. Let's begin. I'm just listening to Japanese audio first before I start to dubbing, because I don't want to simultaneously dub on top of the Japanese voice lines. Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial, so your votes will determine the results. If you can't figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Chile is a not-so-known country in Europe, I guess. We are like the cold, shy, serious guys from the South America, so that's why I found Finland interesting. I see. But yeah, for me, that is actually pretty interesting that someone is from Chile. Like the most common answers are like the US or the Canada or Brazil. But like Chile, that's so cool. Eka keissä ja hyvä alkupelisarjan vetonaula. Niin Finland, tervetuloa Striimiin. Monokuma esittelee kuinka homma toimii. Then I punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. And the killer really is one of us, right? Of course! Okay then, everyone close your eyes, and whoever did it, raise your hand. Don't be a goddamn idiot, why the hell would they raise their hand? Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures? I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates? Goddamn, Hifumi. You ruined it. Okay, but what about the other empty seats? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats? Oh, no reason. It's just that our little code room here can technically fit up to 16 people. Penetra Lassila, tervetuloa striimiin. Siis kyllä siis se yhden äijän pitää vaan sanoa jotain tyhmiä juttuja siis. God. Se yksi äijä, Hifumi, god damn it.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up, in the case summary. Now let's the class trial begin!
It's about to begin. The debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets and to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to aim, then fire with the X button. Okay. Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. Mitäs Lassilalle muuten kuuluu? Sinua on täällä hetkeen näkynyt. Missä sit eiliset Dark Soulsit päästiin Nitosta eroon ja lähdettiin tonne Bed of Chaosin suuntaan. Piti vähän käydä päivittämässä miekkaa ja teksterit lisätä, niin lähti Nito laulamaan. Nito nippuun niin sanotusti. If you press the plus button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Have fun? This is serious business! Make your argument. I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizano. Yeah, we know that part already. The murder took place in the bathroom, so it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. Something's off about what was just said. Because if Sayaka hadn't resisted at all, there's no explanation for what happened to my room. Ei selvinnyt Monokuma vastaan Korosense Death Battle Champion jäsenten turnauksessa finaaliin. Gru vastaan Megamind ja Keljuko vastaan Tom olivat ylivoimaisia siihen verrattuna. Yllättäen Keljuko ja Tom voitti eka semifinaalin. Mutta DP-tekijät ovat tietoisia tuosta mätsäyksestä, että Monokuma vastaan Korosense voi tapahtua ennemmin tai myöhemmin, ei vaan seuraavalla kaudella. Damn. For this first debate, we'd like to take a quick sidebar. If you're unable to spot and refute someone's lies or contradictions, the argument will repeat. Within a group of statements, some words appear in a different color. Did you happen to notice? That represents a potential hole in person's statements, a possible weak spot. These weak spots reveal important, though not always inaccurate, sections of person's statement. Your truth bullets are only effective against these weak spots. So when you see one come up, take aim and fire, but only if you're sure it's actually wrong. Also, you can fast forward an argument by holding down B button. Well then, good luck and have fun. I love the sanamiksaus. Servacio! Break.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle. A struggle? Between who and who? Between Sayaka and the killer, of course. So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom? She must have been attacking the main room first, then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next? Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka.
Make your argument. The kitchen knife set. That is the murder weapon. Oh my god. Servacio.
No. I do not think it was a knife. But not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach. And if you look real close, you can totally see that being a kitchen knife. Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need? Hold on a second,
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments, otherwise what's the point of the trial?
Well, we can talk all we want, it's not gonna change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep it at it, something we knew will reveal itself. You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer.
There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? You can concentrate by holding down the R button. Okay. While you're concentrating, time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it will steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if this gauge empties, you can't concentrate. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest, no need to rush. Well then, good luck and have fun. If I can. This is yet again serious business. Aoi's account. Bank account. That's wrong!
Okay, wait, hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next you're gonna say that you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina? Huh? Remember what you were telling me earlier. Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah. Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct? Yeah, that's right. And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall? No, I don't think so. You don't think so? No, he definitely wasn't there. The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife. Okay then, what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are now knit together and are lying to protect each other? Idiot swimmer girl? And oh, more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that? Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear if there is an accomplice. Do they also become blackened? So you ask and so shall I answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate. So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it. Then there's no way anyone would work together, right? But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule? Ah, good grief, enough already. No, okay. There are no accomplices in this case. Oops, did I say that out loud? Anyway, I didn't go to dining hall and I didn't take the knife. So I am not the killer. Okay, so then who did take that knife? Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall. No way! I swear it wasn't me. Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
I can.
That's right, Sakura was in the me with the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's me. Right. But then couldn't either one of them grab the knife?
Actually, no, because, well...
Just spit it out already! I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis. You stayed over? Doesn't that violate school regulations? We are not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room. So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together! It's unwholesome! 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 Let me tell you guys, what a word it is that. Unwholesome! Like, that's not unwholesome at all. Oh man, what a choice of words you got there, Ishimaru. But I'm a girl. What? You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Misgendering, are we?
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility, right, Hina?
Oh yeah, that's true. One the other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say it so in the first place?
Well, because they are not here anymore.
Someone who's not here? Are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall and then later she wound up dead.
Sayaka?
Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
Monokuma. We can always put the blame on the bear.
Then Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came in the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. And she left. She said she just wanted a drink of water, but most likely that the person who took the knife was the victim herself. I'm sure she just took it for self-defense. So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her. What? See, he did do it after all. Oh, that's that face though. No, you're wrong. So that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a most terrifying talent. Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die. Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because, you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. Käden pulahtamassa altaalla. Nauttikaa uimisesta, Sakelson. Nauttikaa alas uineesta. Minä oon täällä vielä about 10 asti luulisin. 10 jälkeen varmaan striimi menee purkkiin, niin minä olen vielä täällä uimisten jälkeen. Jos tänne vielä päädyt. Mutta muussa tapauksessa, jos ei, niin sitten toivotaan vielä loput mukavat Kanarian reissut.
And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering, what the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Hangman Gambit. As things advance further in a class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You will have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use left stick to aim and press A button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If this gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. Something that should have been at the scene but wasn't. That must be the crucial point. If you can just figure out what that something is.
Hangman's Gambit, okay. Oh. Okay. Here. Complete. Okay, so the... Se on aika jännä, kun siinä oli noita keltaisia ärkirjaimia. Mä luulen, että niitä pitää ampua, mutta olikin vasta punaisia.
That's right, there wasn't a single hair on the floor. So the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes, and if I were a culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
It wouldn't be unusual at all if to find my hair in the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room. The reason all their hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
That makes sense, does it not? No, if that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just the hair.
Yes, very, very true.
Okay then, why wasn't there any hair on the ground? The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there. Wait, that means... Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are on the same...
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
But are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair? No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it. I'd like to hear these reasons. Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right? Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom and stabbed her. And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind, do you remember, Makoto? The killer struggled getting in the bathroom, and the evidence that proved it is... the object the killer broke? Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. We're talking about the doorknob, right? Huh, the doorknob? What doorknob? The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed and the doorknob's all about ready to fall off. Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean? In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up removing the entire doorknob. Anyway. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion. So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room? But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it. Still don't see. Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand. Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice at first, but is that the key point here? There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Kanet, otetaan nyt kaikki tieto mitä saadaan. Otetaan nyt kaikki informaatio mitä me saadaan. From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun. Alright. Bathroom door frame. Huh? What's wrong? If you keep trying to disrupt the trial, you're gonna have to put on trial yourself. I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in somewhere. Okay. Oh no. What does that have to do with what I said, or do you just know what you're doing? Okay. There's 3 hearts left. I need to focus. Sayaka was the first attack in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom. Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom. At that point the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it. There's nothing wrong in that. And finally the culprit had Sayaka cornered. And to finish the job they stabbed her with a kitchen knife. Okay. We don't know the answer. It's not because the door was locked. No, there's a different reason entirely. Okay. Tätä ei ammuta, koska me ammuttiin sitä äsken. And they got into the bathroom. Bust down the door. What help is there actually? Okay. So I think it's the one that why they locked it. It has to be because I'm still following those yellow letters or the highlighted letters. I'm still following those. That's wrong, man. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that's true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck. Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that. Yep, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door, that's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that, assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place?
Everyone should have known that you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms. The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail on the crime scene. The killer was convinced that the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, that important detail about the scene of the crime that they didn't know was... the crime took place in my room. The killer must have not realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable!
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
None at all! Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom, if Sayaka had been in her own room then. then there would have been a lock on the door and they wouldn't have to break through.
So you had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came up by force or simply by accident, but the killer must have been considerably confused with no idea how they actually got the door opened. Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right? That is a definite possibility. So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms? Then Makoto couldn't have done it? That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saying. But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well then, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules, everyone. Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea? Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something for serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem. Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question. Oh, you. You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, just ask your question.
Oh, yeah, okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how'd the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka was just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right? I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative. If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine, how about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and say they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Mizuno just let him in. No, that can't be it either. Oh-ho! Trying to argue against me sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it? Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... But because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? Morjesta Foxtails, tervetuloa Striimiin. Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone. What if her being scared was a lie? Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that? I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me, can you still deny the possibility? Come see me in my room. Check the nameplate to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay, Sayaka? There's something I want you to talk about, just two. In 5 minutes, come to see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay? I found a notepad during my search and shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared. Oh man, I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write it, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap, I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it for my own. It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh?
which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it. Then either it was Makoto who lived there or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night. So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't, but...
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature, Sayaka's signature.
Then that note...
Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under the door to let them know she wanted to meet them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist? Of course, I'm only into the 2D, so I wouldn't have any effect on me.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then, pay attention. Okay, some more arguments happening. Dorm nameplates. But in the note, the place they were asked to come to is specifically my room. Then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly the room that Makoto was staying in. Menee huti taas. It certainly would seem that way.
The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's, and the reason for that is... it has to be because of what got switched between me and Sayaka's rooms.
Okay. Your meaningless words tire me. Please stop wasting my time. Okay. That's wrong.
The nameplates on my and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched? That's right, the nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves. As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's. So what you're saying is the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room?
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are next right to each other, so switching the nameplate wouldn't be no problem. And the one who switched the names was, well, of course, it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right. Okay, then who did it? There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms. The killer had to be one to switch the nameplates.
Hey, sorry to burst your bubble, but they had no idea that they were actually in your room, right?
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Okay. Sayaka sen ties, totta kai. Olipa tyhmä. Olipa tyhmä, nyt meni luottamusta kaikkia silmissä. Ihan pelle ole.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about switching the rooms. So the only other person besides me who would have known to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
There's something I want to talk to you about.
Just the two of us in 5 minutes come to see in my room.
She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched. But why would she switch them in the first place? She wanted someone to come to the room where she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room. What? Inviting someone to your room but not telling them you'd switch rooms? Why would anyone do that? To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies. What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit! But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot! Sayaka fought with the killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle. Yes, I think you're right. Then why? We just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me, there was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight? Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that they broke her wrists?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt. All you have to do is to take a good look at her broken wrist and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there. See? Is that gold? It sure is. Specifically the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff and it will stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right? They're on her wrists.
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery!
Tämä on erittäin hämmentävää, kun ei ole nähnyt muita striimejä. Moi taistelupanaali. Tää on todella hämmentävää, jos ei ole nähnyt aikaisemmin, mitä tässä tapahtuu, mutta siis juoni lyhyesti selitettynä. Kouluun on jäänyt vangeiksi 15 oppilasta, ja jotta he pääsevät sieltä koulusta pois, niin heidän täytyy murhata ja päästä sitä murhasta pälkähästä. Sitten täällä on tämmönen puolivalkoinen, puolimusta nallekarhu, joka orkesteroi täällä näitä oikeudenkäyntejä ja katsoo, että nämä oppilaat on nätisti täällä. Niin me ollaan oikeudenkäynnissä, missä me yritetään selvittää, että kuka on murhannut tuossa tämän päähenkilö Makoto Noekin vieressä olleen tytön. Ja koitetaan nyt selvittää sitä, kuka se murhaaja on. Jos me selvitetään se murhaaja rangaistaan, ja muut oppilaat saa jatkaa elämää täällä koulussa. Ja jos me arvotaan väärin, niin murhaaja pääsee vapaaksi ja kaikki muut tapetaan. Eli yeah.
What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear.
There's a bit more to learn about the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Ja tämä jotenkin onnistui tapahtumaan 3 kertaa. Jep.
Are you sure getting used to these non-stop debates?
Jep, tässä on siis 3 peliä tästä. Sitten on vielä 1 extra peli. Despair Girls. Mut joo, niissä on sama kaava kaikissa. Mä en sen enempää niistä tiedä. Näistä muista peleistä. Mä oon kattonut gameplaytä 2. ja nää menee muutenkin mulla blindina, niin mä en tiedä miten paljon ne sit eroaa sit tulevissa osissa tästä ekasta. Lisääks ne jotain uusia juttuja? Varmaan jotain uusia gimmikkejä sit lisätään. Starting with the next debate, you'll start loading multiple truth bullets into your truth cylinder. But just like with the weak spots, only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. In other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth bullets with the right weak spots to refute each statement. Okay. Alright. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage to your influence gauge. You can press the L button to rotate the cylinder and choose which bullet to fire. Okay. Press and release the L button to cycle through each bullet. Okay. Or you can hold down the L button and use the left stick to select a specific bullet. Okay. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, fewer bullets will be loaded into the cylinder. For our purposes this time, the logic difficulty will be set to mean. Well then, good luck and have fun. Replica sword save, kitchen knife set, replica sword. Okay. Alright. When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's where the first blow was dealt. Sword-based sneak attack, okay. And that's what broke Mizuno's wrist. She just tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too. And they killed her with it. If the person with the sword really did that attack first, there's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged. Noin. Miekalla ei lyödä ensin sitä tupeesta ensin ja sitten. Actually no, I don't think the fight started with the sword. Why not? Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See, there's a gash in it, like someone cut it into something sharp. Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Stop jumping ahead, slow down and explain it so I can get what the hell is going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation from the scratch the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out for the sheath first, right?
Oh, that's true. With the sheath on, it would be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
Oh hi, Yada, tervetuloa Striimiin. If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was actually used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. She then grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
Huh? How the hell can you think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear. The part of her body that shows she never used the sword? If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would you have to touch? Broken wrist. Ai hiivatti. The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. If you wanted to use a sword, which part of your body would have to touch it? Her palms. Ei hänen. Mä ajattelin vaan sen perusteella, kun hänellä kuitenkin murtu se ranne siinä. Tämä anime-juttu, mitä on ikinä nähty. Jep. Nää totuusluodit on kyllä tosi semmosia VTF-juttuja. Et mitä ihmettä. Totuutta lauataan täällä luodaan. Sen takia tän pelin nimi on Trigger Happy. Liipasin herkkää Havocia. You're talking about her palms, right?
The palms of her hand were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword. How can you know that just by looking at her palms? Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you all notice that a lot of gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it in their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean. Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped in the bathroom? Sorry, but I don't think so. Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly? Mitä helkkari? Hei! Siis... Tyttö ei pessyt käsiä, ja miksi hän ajattelee näin vain siksi, että hän on ruma? Mitä helvettiä? Mihin logiikkaan toi perustuu? Mihin? En tajua. No, that's not it at all. There's no way Sayaka's watched the gold coating off her hand, because...
Anime-logiikka, kyllä.
There's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at night time.
The water was off. Vesi ei kulje öisin, suihkussa ei voi käydä öiaikaa.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at night time, the water in the bathroom shuts off at night time, right? Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower here yet. Oh my! You are no different. You smell like a big, fat, ugly donkey. I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
An insult, obviously. So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on, if that's right, then the one who damaged the sieve with the kitchen knife was... The one who damaged the seed would have to be in the whole time without the sword?
The one who damaged the sieve would have to have been the one without the sword. Is Sayaka. Mä haluan nyt lukea nää rauhassa, että mä en paina vääriä nappuloita.
Sayaka, she had the kitchen knife? But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was... Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't the blameless victim in this. No, far from it. It's almost as if she had been planning to commit a murder of her own.
What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if that's true, she had the kitchen knife and the attack without provocation.
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying, and by committing the murder there instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, then target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So that's why she switched the names.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they switch rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why, out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. And a totally forgettable kid or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe? Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
Then the tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she planned to murder.
Just hold on, that can't be true! Because... Hey, you guys have totally derailed the argument! You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who did we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us now.
Is it really all over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left.
Argumentteja taas. Dying message. Kyllä on. Meillä on todisteita. Kylppärin seinällä.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message. Dining? What? Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something to the wall behind her, remember? 1137, written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there. Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message, I can prove it.
Left index finger,
her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, then she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure, I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it, but still. How the heck do those numbers mean? 11037?
Hey Chihiro, you're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course, it's because they are not numbers.
Yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... Look at the numbers, assuming they are not numbers. Don't those first two, 1, 1, 11, looks less like two numbers and more like one letter? Oh, you're right. The connecting line is barely there. I assumed it was 11, but... Looking at it now, it could also be read it as an N.
Whoa! You might have finally said something worth a shit! God damn.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037 doesn't make any more sense than before.
Damn it, it's no use, I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something. Oh my god, now I see, she wrote down the killer's name. Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it.
So whose name did she write?
Sayaka's dying message reveals the real killer's name. If you turn her message 180 degrees, it should become crystal clear.
Jos käännetään 11037 toisinpäin, 180 astetta, vastaus on Leon. Eli Leo teki sen.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters Leon.
Axel. Axel. Yeah.
Leon. Or more accurately, Leon. Huh? What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against. In that position she could move to write normally and had to write upside down as if it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted. That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer! You can't just go and say shit like that!
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of.
The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of is that thing I found on the ground in front of the incinerator.
We found this burnt shirt piece.
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator. But one piece burnt off and got left behind. And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right, there are plenty of other people here with the shirts like mine. With just that little one chart piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough, but there are some other points that maybe reveal the truth.
Brotherson! Tervetuloa striimiin. Leon on kiinni jäänyt mies.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all these riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so. The burnt remains of the buttoned-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible.
Where it was disposed of, how it was disposed of, when it was disposed of. We need to pay attention in order to figure out who's responsible.
Where the shirt was destroyed, if we focus on that, the killer will become clear.
Where it was destroyed? You were talking about the trash room incinerator, right? How the fuck that's supposed to make anything clear? Damn. Which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it. How it was disposed of.
If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say.
You can't reach the incinerator room without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right?
And obviously you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
You'd need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever who was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
Interesting.
No, that's wrong. There was another way to use the incinerator without it being on the one on cleaning duty.
And that's exactly what proves that Leon is the real killer.
Sinne ei noin vaan mennä. Argumentti. Shattered crystal ball. So the only one who could know to get to the incinerator was... Sä oot sinä!
Yeah!
Oh, my man was scared.
There absolutely was a way to use the incinerator without using the trash room key. The killer was able to turn the incinerator on by using something I found on the ground nearby.
I love the chipmunk range. Ei tarvitse mennä lähelle.
Se on väärin, jätkä.
Sä oot heittänyt ristallipallo.
Hold on, I think I know someone who could have disposed the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could, if you use this.
What is it? Some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but how would you use it? The killer had to use the glass ball in a certain way, which was throw it. The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate. All they had to do was hit that switch and the incinerator would have come to life. Someone threw that through a gap in the gate? Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Huh? Someone turned the incinerator on? Very strange. I'm quite certain it was off last time I was down here. Perhaps it was the work of a fairy.
A tooth fairy?
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they'd gotten the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on, what the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room.
Sayaka ja Leon olivat ekat hahmot, jotka devit suunnittelee käyttivät pohjana muille tämän pelin hahmoille ja kyllästyivät niin paljon, että halusivat tappaa ne ekana. Nonni. No se selittää, että nämä kaksi menee ekana.
The shards of broken glass the incinerator left running, that piece of shirt that escaped the fire, if the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on!
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you need to throw a glass ball that far to hit someone that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right! There's no way it would be impossible!
Difficult, absolutely impossible. I don't think so, because the killer is. It wouldn't be much too of a challenge at all for the killer because of the
ultimate baseball star. Entinen Pesis-pelaaja kun olet, niin.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Rion?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be a little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious! I am not the killer! These goddamn shit for brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it. Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you even mean? End this! Say what you want, Leon, but all the questions have been answered and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened. The closing argument is about to begin. Selittäkää nyt sekin vielä. Every case has one last element to bring the class trial to the end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the flow of the events for the case in the form of a comic book. However, you'll notice that in the comic there are a number of pieces missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the provided truth panels. Also, if you take aim at a mission section and press the A button, holy cow, you'll get a hint that might lead to a breakthrough. Well then, good luck and have fun. Climax Inference. Oh, I gotta see the comic. Oh, how ferocious. How ferocious the battle was. Oh yeah. Damn, she was pissed. I mean, look at those expressions. Like, oh man. I love how this was displayed. Tää menee tohon. Tää menee palaamaan tänne. Täällä on lisää näitä, joo. Mä ihmettelen, mitä ihmet. Täytyy katsoa komikki uudestaan nyt. Okei. Okay. No ei, tuon pois. Tää menee tähän.
Okei. Okay. Nää kaikki pitää kyllä käyttää mun tietääkseni. Otas. Mut tän on tultava johonkin tän veitsen. Ai kun se on tossa joo. Tärkeistä on laittaa tähän kun se on tossa tapahtuu, niin tää on ylimääräinen. Joo. Yes.
追い詰められた前園さんは慌ててシャワールームに逃げ込んだ。犯人はすぐに後を追ったけど、僕の部屋のシャワールームはドアの立て付けが悪くて、前園さんは僕が教えたから知ってたけど、それでも犯人を何とか。前園さんはだけど前園さんは残った力でその場にダイイングメッセージを残した。犯人に気づかれないように自分の背中側の壁にね。だけどそこで彼女は力尽きてしまったんだ。前園さんを殺した後、犯人は慌てて証拠隠滅に取り掛かった。まず返り血のついたシャツを脱ぎ、そして僕の部屋にあったクリーナーで自分が部屋を訪れたという痕跡を消した。その後犯人は脱いだワイシャツを処分するためにトラッシュルームへと向かった。そこにある焼却炉で返り血のついたワイシャツを燃やそうとしたんだよ。だけどトラッシュルームは鉄格子で封鎖されてて焼却炉に近づくことができなかった。そこで犯人が使ったのは葉隠君がランドリーに置き忘れていた。犯人は鉄格子の隙間からガラス玉を投げることで焼却炉のスイッチを入れたんだ。普通の人なら不可能に近い発想だけど、犯人にはそれを可能にする自信があった。犯人は超高校級の野球選手だったからなんだ。
Mutta on täytyy helkkarin mahtavaa, että tommonen pystyy heittämään tommosten kaltereiden läpi tommosen kristallipallon ja se vielä osuu siihen nappiin. Et ei se mahdotonta ole. Pesispelaajalta. Pahoittelen, että mä duppaan tätä. Mä ihailen tätä upeaa komikkia. Tää on koonti tapahtumista. Tää on siistiä, miten nää on displayatu tälleen komiikki-tyylisesti. Tykkään tästä. Hehehe. Mutta unohdit, että hiha jäi lattialle. Leon, sinä tyhmä. Näin ole jätkää. You are busted. Isn't that right, Leon? Complete. It would appear that Hero simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything. So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said? Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object!
I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you are in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence?
Your first bullet time battle is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Here we go. Absolutely. Let's go. Sometimes during a class trial, your opponent simply won't want to hear what you have to say. When this happens, you will engage them in a head-to-head battle. I think I'm gonna know what's gonna happen next. I mean, what Leon is about to do soon. I like to refer to this as a bullet time battle, aka BTB, tai BTV, by the way. During the BTB, you want to destroy your opponent's statements in time with the rhythm. Match your button presses with each tempo marker as they move across the screen and reach center. Press the A button to lock on to an opponent's statement. Destroy the statement you have locked to with the X button as the tempo marker reaches the center. Use this method to deal damage to your opponent. If you can't pull it off, you'll be the one in pain. Tempo plus. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, you keep missing, you'll get into a tempo down situation. When the tempo changes, so does the timing for hitting each button. So watch out for that. Deal enough damage to your opponent and their weak spot statement will appear. At that point, you can press the X button to shoot it down with a truth bullet, like any other statement. Refute their statement fast enough and you'll come out victorious. But just like before, if your influence gauge reaches 0 or you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun. When the killer removed the screws to the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them. They used something of their own to remove the screws? Could have it been?
I refuse to acknowledge you! You're stupid! 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 Stupid!
I have to show indisputable evidence that Leon is the killer. I need to figure it out. I love how the voice actor goes like Nämä pelintekijät poltti kyllä jotain vahvempaa, kun ne teki näitä polttoja. Joo, nämä 2 ekaa pääsarjapeliä ei tehnyt näitä tutorialeja kovin selkeästi. Nämä tällaiset tyylit voi hämmentää pelaajaa. Moment of truth. Sakenna! Vitamine! Rytmipelejä, jee! Sakenna! Hauskaa interaktiivista gameplaytä, fail, mitä?
Nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Oh, have we already come to the end of the debate? Well then, the class trial is officially adjourned. Now it's time to reveal who's the blackened. Boop, boop, boop. It would appear that one with the most votes is Makoto. However, Makoto is not the blackened. Too bad. Looks like the real killer gets to graduate. Congratulations to them. On the other hand, everyone else must now be punished. Is this really it for us? Is it all over?
Wanna give another shot? Kyllä, ehdottomasti.
I can't give up now.
Mikä tossa sit meni niinku pieleen? Mä ammuin tahdissa. Otas nyt vielä kerran. Painat mä A-nappia koko ajan. Piti painaa Xää varmaan. Mä painan A:ta koko ajan, hitto mä idiootti. Okei, B:llä pystytään nopeuttamaan näitä juttuja. Sitten uusiksi. Mitä tässä nyt menee väärin? Mä ammun silloin, kun noi pisteet tulee. Mikä tässä nyt menee ohi? Ei vitsi, tää on typerää siis. You want to destroy your opponent's statements. Match your button presses with each tempo marker. Tehty on. Ja mun pitää A:lla klikata sitä ja nopeasti X:llä posauttaa se statement. Näinkö tämä nyt on? Tää on niin typerää. Miksi mä voin tästä vaan rytmipeliä ja lopussa painaa Xää? Okei. Okei. Joo. Nyt mä ymmärsin. Jätkä menee ihan palaseksi. Joo, eli mun pitää klikata noi jutut, mitä se huutaa alla, ja sitten yhdellä markkerilla painaa X, että se räjäyttää ne statementit. Joo, nyt mä ymmärsin, miten tää toimii. Tää on tosi sekava. En tykkää, mutta nyt tiedämme jatkon kannalta. Pari kertaa piti hävitä rytmipelit.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were moved. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them. I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got to eat had one inside. Then that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used. That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Only the boysen got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this then, the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid!
And if you say you use it somewhere else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why. And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Stupid.
The dude is in shambles.
So, you have no rebuttal? Then it would seem we are finished here.
Leon tekee vakuuttavaa Twitter-keskustelu-imitaatiota, kyllä, ja morjesta Krahnok, tervetuloa striimiin. Okei, C-rankki, I can take it. A-rank. Okei. Kelpaa.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You'll have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay then, let's get excited. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or a dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Monokuma vote. And the guilty is... Leon Kuwata.
Yay! Syyllinen! Pääpölkylle, haha! Ooh-hoo! Looks like you got it right on the money. The blackened in this case that one killed Sayaka was none other than Leon Kuwata. Ah-ha-ha!
Huh? Oh, hold on a second. Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
Kiinni jäi paskiainen kalponaattori, tervetuloa striimiin. Kyllä, paskiainen jäi nyt kiinni verekseltään.
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch! What the hell's wrong with you? I didn't have a choice. It was kill or be killed. So that's why I killed her first. None of you are any different. One wrong step and you'd be standing here. It was completely changed that I would wound up like this. I was just unlucky. That's all. Yeah, come on. You expect me to just accept my death? Everything's become clear. The decision was made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. Because if what we came up with really is the truth, then that truth is that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even if I couldn't handle what I saw in there, if I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I can't even imagine.
Now we're trapped here, without no way out. They're probably waiting for me. I can't afford to be stuck in here! The one thing that was more important to her than anything else. Her dreams, her friends. To have to see something like that to happen to them. And Sayaka. I did whatever it took to reach that dream. I mean it. Even some things that weren't so pleasant. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her, that's why she betrayed me. So, when she said, no matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side. She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll ever know. Because there's nothing I can do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that. Boy, howdy! The entertainment industry must be sure be terrifying, huh? I mean to try to kill someone just because of those relationships. She seemed really so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside, she would descend into pure madness.
I didn't watch this from the beginning. How did everyone end in this place anyways? Well, basically, there was this super high school that invites the bestest student talents from around the globe, in this case in Japan, to this school to guarantee a future and success after graduating from that said school. And so that basically lured in a couple of 15 students, and they are now stuck in here, and the only way to get out of here is to murder. And you go into these class trials, and that's it. We are stuck in here, and the outside world has become an end of the world and complete chaos. There is literally complete chaos outside this school you are stuck in. So, yeah. We need to survive in the hands of this freaking bear. Sayaka oli ovelasti kierro siinä, kun ennen murhaa sanoi Makotolle, että se tietää, että Mako tulee auttaa se ulos. Sayaka olikin aika ilkeä. Tää oli kyllä aika ilkeä petos.
I understand, really I do. Yep. You're in utter despair thanks to Sayaka's betrayal, right?
Just like the real world then?
Pretty much.
It's not that much chaos, but in Danganronpa, the outside world is in actual chaos, like in literal chaos. Everything's in ruin and... yeah.
We're stuck in here. Hey Nora, tervetuloa striimiin.
Mä annan nyt nopeat shoutoutit takaisin niistä kaikista, mitä ollaan saatu aikaisemmin. Herrampi jakso, we got a raid. Sky Crimson with 3 viewers. Welcome everyone, welcome. Ignite the blaze, it's Sky Blazer raid time. Welcome Sky. Welcome. We just finished our first class trial in Danganronpa. How was your stream? I think you did some art, if I recall. I was a bit of lurking. I was a bit lurking out there today, watching what you were doing. So how did the drawings go? Sorry, tuotiin liekit jäätikölle. Ne liekit ei kauan täällä palaa. Katsokaas, kylmä on parempi. The cold is better. Also, go check out Sky, my IRL friend. Does awesome content, and does awesome content that goes sky high. Get it? Sky high? Oh yeah, I did some fan art, finished it. Nice. Well done. And also hello to everyone. My name is Blizzarska. I'm a friend of Sky. And god damn it. yeah, I had to use it. I had to use it, my friend. But yeah, I'm an IRL friend of Sky, and I also do all kinds of crazy stuff here in Twitch. I'm mostly playing through games like Danganronpa, I'm playing for the first time, and for the Finns, feel free to use Finnish, and if you like to use English, you can use that as well. I'll respond in the corresponding language. Mut Sayaka ei tiennyt, että jos olisi onnistunut, se olisi kussu kaikkeen muroihin eikä vaan makota. I'm mostly artist, but also doing the game. Yes, Sky also does art. But yeah, we're in the middle of Danganronpa currently. We just finished our first class trial, and I was Why now bow? Why not bow?
Stop screwing with us, this is all your fault! Sayaka being forced to do something like that. All of it. Everything. It's all your fault!
Suddenly in a frenzy, I lunged at Monokuma. But that's enough. As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron, strong enough I was sure it would leave a bruise. If you really want to make her enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now.
Damn it!
Oh, that was a close one. I thought for sure you were gonna give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment, you did. Now then, since you magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the class trial, the blackened Leon Kuwata will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second! I didn't have a choice! I had to kill her! Yeah, that's it! I was just protecting myself in the heat of the moment! It was self-defense!
How exactly was it self-defense? When you forced your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your very own toolkit? After she'd shot herself in the bathroom, you went out your way to head back to your own room. Then you came all the way back, broke into the bathroom and killed her. Am I wrong? You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. It's not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder.
No, that's not...
Stop it.
I've had enough of this.
Oh, are you sure? You were closer to her than anyone, were you not? He killed your precious Sayaka, do you understand?
I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course, I don't plan on blaming Sayaka either. Because the one to blame is him!
Say what?
If it weren't for you, this never would have happened to Sayaka or Leon. We shouldn't be fighting each other. We should be fighting against those who the one to put is in this situation, the mastermind.
Uh-oh, did you awaken to your sense of justice? Well, it just happens that there's nothing more unethical than unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's all people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all over the world. Is that the kind of justice that's awakened within you?
Just shut up!
Oh well, anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get what everyone's been waiting for, the punishment!
I'm begging you, please don't do this!
No more begging, no more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop! Stop, please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment for Leon Kuwata, the ultimate baseball star.
No! 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 No!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
No!
Hit the hammer. Game over. Leon has been found guilty. Time for the punishment. Okay. Ja vielä pesäpallo maailmalla, kyllä. käytössä. Nyt on käytössä. Nyt lähtee. Murhaaja saa ansionsa mukaan. Hipi. Pelataan pesistä. Leon kuvatalla. Oho, konekivääri.
Moottori pärisee. Oi hitto. Mä tahkon täällä lukuja.
You know the rules and
So do I.
ja tää on brutaali teloitus omalla tavalla erikoislahjalla, jota toi peräti vihaa. Jep, koska Leonhan ei pidä pesäpallosta enää. Hyvää hierontaa, jep. Mä en tajua, miksi tossa on toi monokuva hikoilevaa naama silleen.
Oi, että oli kovaa pesäpalloa.
This game is so edgy, yeah. What we saw. That was the true face of despair. I mean, if we can't call it that, what else could we call it?
Extreme! Woohoo! Man, my adrenaline is pumping right out of control. What's going on? I can't take this anymore. Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it, all you gotta do is swear to cut all ties with the outside world and accept living here forever. But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Man, fuck you! What the fuck are you doing all this evil shit to us?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful secret society type of guy. Or in this case, a dark, awful secret society type of bear. So why are you putting an upstanding young citizen like me through a grueling ordeal? It seems like you're trying to use common sense to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's like trying to put a mile on a scale. I just don't think it's possible. Hey, I don't think what you're saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
You piece of shit! I don't know what you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass into the ground.
Boop, boop, boop. You must really hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you're barking way up the wrong tree. What happened happened because more than one of you decided you wanted to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't cut free of your regrets from the outside world. You are to blame. Of course we can't cut free from the outside world. We're being trapped in this insane place. You are trapped, aren't you? Well, I'm sure you'll learn all the mysteries of this school. Your thinking will change for sure. But you'll think, boy, is it so wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What are you trying to say? I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden there. Just like before.
Anyway, let's get all the Blacken's punishment. That's what everyone is waiting for after all.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to?
Sorry, I said everything I've got to say. I need to save some of that fun for later. Back on, saatana! And just like that, he left us there overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality.
Is it now time to save?
Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared.
Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices dead. But it was in that moment. Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? Onko tässä siis yksi niistä peleistä, missä nautitaan sen takia, kuinka whack tää tarina on? Vois kai sen niinkin sanoa, joo.
She moved in close and whispered in my ear. Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it?
I'm surprised you figured it out.
I told you before the class started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never crossed my mind. I feel like such a fool becoming such an easy target like that. Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision, that's why. As she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there's no way you know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her now. Even if we can't ask her, you can infer it, don't you think? Her final thought was how she could protect you. What? The fact that she used her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she just wanted to get back at the person who had killed her. That's certainly the one possibility. But I don't think that's what it was. She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you. Which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure. It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward. Without someone like that, the others would never be able to break free from such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile. By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic. Huh? Kidding. I just have a pretty good intuition.
Chapter to survive. Complete. Eka chapteri ohi. Jäljellä oppilaita 12. To be continued. Välittömästi. Despair Bat. Ai että. Epätoivon pesäpallomailla. Kyllä, nyt tallennetaan dataa ja nyt pidetään tauko. Nyt pidetään breikki. Nyt Arska tarvitsee sen. Olen 2 tuntia vetänyt tässä. Oi. Se miten Sayakan kuolinviestistä luultiin numeroyhdistelmäksi on muistaakseni käytetty salapoliisi Konanissa. Ahaa, Konanista. En ole lukenut yhtään Konaneita, mutta tiedän vaan, että se jätkä on muuttunut pieneksi. Hyvin tehty, Aska, kiitos. Herranen aika. Nyt pikku break.
Nyt me saamme vettä.
Kiitos taistelun parani kun esteetät kaikki. Enää puuttuu Ismo laitella. Katsotaan löytyykö Ismo. Hakee pesäpallon maanalta täältä koulusta. samalla Kalle Laitela. Mut joo, mä menen nopea breikille. Mä tuun kohta takas. Palaillaan sitten taas Danganronpa parissa. Nähdään kohta.